Hi, my first activity is actually related to weekly word study dictionary activities. And so these are all related to using the dictionary to extend word study. So as I mentioned before, all of these activities do require that a student does know how to use the basics of a dictionary, how to look up words and use the guide words and that sort of thing. So that would have to be taught before you could be assigning dictionary activities. But I think there's a lot of value that comes way more than just learning how to spell a word or look up definitions that can come from learning how to use a dictionary. So I think these are valuable for extending word study. So this first activity, there's actually kind of 3 activities. You can mix these up, or you could assign one each week, or however you want to break it up, depending on, you could differentiate level of difficulty or assign specific things for specific students and what they need and could benefit from this dictionary study. So the first thing is you would have to assume they have a word study list. So I created a 10-word list that is 2-syllable words. And so the first activity could be using a dictionary to look up where that syllable juncture happens in a word. In a dictionary, when you look up a word, it shows you where that syllable juncture or that break between 2 syllables or multi-syllables happens in a word. So by using the dictionary, they can see that broken down in front of them and then write that down to reinforce how those syllables are 2 different parts of the word. I will also say that sometimes it's useful to use a print dictionary just as the skill of having this, but not everybody has a print dictionary, or in the classroom, an online dictionary might be more, they might have more access to it because they can look up words quickly on a phone or whatever they may have at home, or a Chromebook in the classroom. So I'll show you both an online dictionary and the printed. So for the first word on our word list, which is tablet, I have, just to make it a little quicker, I have already found the word in our dictionary. I could not find a small dictionary in my house, so I have this massive thing. And we have the word tablet here, which I know is very tiny. I'm going to try to scoot it in, but you can see sort of that tablet in the dictionary. There's like a space between tab and let. There's actually a little dot in between them that shows the syllable juncture. So if students were looking up these words, when they find the word, they would see where the syllables break. And they could then write that down as tab, and then a dot, and then let, to show that they understand the syllable juncture in these 2 words. They could also take it further and learn about closed syllables or open syllables. In these cases, both of these syllables are closed syllables because they end in the consonant sound. And so they could extend this word study in a couple different ways in learning about the syllable relationship. Now I'm going to move to sharing my screen and show an online version for the next example. So let me share my screen. And wait, where did my dictionary go? Here we go. So now you can see my dictionary, and we're going to look up the word winter, which is the next word on their list. And we can see right now in our dictionary online, again, right when we see the word here, we can see win, then a dot, ter, and we see the 2 syllables in the word winter. And so they'd be able to write down winter. This same kind of activity, they can look up words, and they could be looking, the second activity would be looking for the emphasis or the accented syllable in a word. And dictionaries also show you that. So if we look at the word winter that we're looking at right now, we can see that tiny little, it's like an apostrophe that's in front of the word indicates that that is the accented syllable in this word. And so we can see that. And if we were asking students to look in the dictionary to find out which syllable is accented, they would be able to see that little marker and they would know what to look for that syllable accent. And we could look up another word on their list. Let's look up, since we're talking about winter, let's look up shiver. And we see, again, there's our little accent on there that tells us which syllable is accented. This example also shows us a word that has an open syllable followed by a closed syllable. So all kinds of ways to extend this word study. And another nice thing about an online dictionary is there is the pronunciation button.
Shiver.
So that a student learning an unfamiliar new word could actually listen to that word and hear how it's pronounced. So those are all benefits of using the online dictionary or looking up for syllable study. The third activity is actually related to prefixes. And this one you could, again, use a print dictionary or you could use an online dictionary. For this case, just because I've already got it up here, I'm going to look it up here. So this would be where you give a student, and this would be great for partner work, give students a prefix. In this case, let's use the prefix re, R-E, and give them one word, rebuild, and then have them brainstorm about other words that start with the prefix re, and then look those words up in a dictionary to see what they mean and see if they can construct meaning about all these words that have the same prefix. And then they can sort those words to understand how that prefix influences the words from when they attach the prefix at the beginning of a word to the base word. So they could come up with words like, and I just brainstormed some ideas that students might come up with on their own and then look up in the dictionary. There could be rebuild, reflect, refresh. And here I have in the printed, here I'm going to stop sharing and show you in the print version of the dictionary just to expedite it. I found reflect, which is down here. And if you found reflect, you could use your dictionary skills to know that refresh would be somewhere kind of close by because we have similar letters to start the word, R-E-F, and then look for R. And so we could find refresh. If we don't have to look too far on the page to find that. So again, it's just getting students comfortable with using a dictionary to learn more about the word than what they initially thought they could do. So that's what this activity would help with. All right, thank you.